students, how are you? I hope you all are good. So today we are going to start our next chapter, which is based on active and passive voice. So read the following sentences. Arjun writes a book. A book is written by Arjun. On reading, we find that both the sentences express the same meaning. However, there is a difference. The first sentence showing that the subject Arjun does something is active. The verbs in such sentences are said to be in active voice. The second sentence shows that something is done to the object and the subject is at the receiving end. The verb in such sentences is said to be in passive voice. एक्टिव वॉइस के अंदर when the verb in the sentence shows that the person or thing denoted by the subject does something. Passive voice when the verb in the sentence shows that something is done to the person or thing denoted by the subjects. So next, changing active voice into passive voice. You have to learn about the changing procedure. How can you change active voice into passive voice? While changing the sentences of active voice into passive voice, follow the rules given below. So you have to follow these rules. So first rule is the object of the active verb becomes the subject in passive voice. The subject of the active verb is made object in passive voice followed by in most cases. However, when the subject is unknown, by is not required. Second is only transitive verbs are changed into passive voice because an intransitive verbs such as walk, go, etc. has no object. While changing an object of the active verb into the subject of the passive verb, personal pronouns are changed as follows. So object and subject. Object में us, you, them, me, and subject we, you, they and I. तो आप देख पा रहे होगे जो हमारा we था वो ऑब्जेक्ट में जाकर us, then you सेम ही रहा और they का हमने ऑब्जेक्ट में them and then सब्जेक्ट में I था तो बन गया me. These voice guidelines for changing active voice into passive voice are as follows. So first we will start from present indefinite tense. So in your active tense, in your active sentence, you are taking what? First form of verb, then SES you have to add in your sentences. I read the notebook, they buy vegetables every day. So here you are notice what? The first form of verb, and then you have to add some first form of verb with S and ES. In passive voice, is, am, are plus third form of verb. If you are changing the present indefinite tense in active voice into passive voice, then you have to add is, am, are, then third form of verb. The notebook is read by me. Vegetables are bought by them every day. Present continuous tense you have to use is, am, are, then verb, then plus ing. We are eating sweets. She is watching a movie. Then you are want to change. Then you are going to change into passive voice. Then you have to use is, am, are plus being plus third form of verb. Sweets are being eaten by us. You are notice कि क्या notice करा है बेटा आपने कि यहाँ पे sweets जो लगा था active voice में अब वो subject में आ गया है. वहाँ पर कैसे use हो रहा था as a object और जब हम इसको passive voice में change करते हैं then we are making it as a subject. Then we are using is, am, are, then being and then eat जो वहाँ पे eating लिखा था तो means उसकी base form है, base verb है eat. Then we are using third form of verb of eat. So eat, eaten by us. A movie is being watched by her. Next is present perfect tense. Active voice you have to use has, have and V3. I have not bought anything. Have you invited your friend? In passive voice, has, have plus been, third form of verb. Anything has not been bought by me. Have you friends been invited? So next is past indefinite tense. In active voice, you have to use second form of verb. In past indefinite tense, she bought a car. We won the match. In passive voice, you have to change into was and were, then V3, third form of verb. A car was bought by her. The match was won by us. Next, past continuous tense, active voice, you will use was and were, and V1 plus ing. I was reading a novel. The girls were playing hockey. In passive voice, was, were plus being plus V3. A novel was being read by me. Hockey was being played by girls. तो आपने नोटिस करना है बेटा, जितने भी कंटिन्यूअस का अगर आप पैसिव वॉइस बना रहे हैं कंटिन्यूअस टेंस में, तो देन यू हैव टू वर्ड द वर्ड इज बीइंग, क्योंकि बीइंग में भी ing ऐड होता है, और कंटिन्यूअस में भी आप हमेशा V1 के साथ ing यूज करते हैं, लाइक रीडिंग, प्लेइंग, गोइंग, है ना, ऐसे यूज करते हैं। जब उसको पैसिव वॉइस में लेकर आएंगे तो आप उसका यूज करेंगे बीइंग के साथ। ओके, ing शो करने के लिए आपको वर्ड क्या मिला हुआ है, बीइंग। नेक्स्ट इज पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस। सो इन एक्टिव वॉइस हैड प्लस V3, हैड के साथ आपको वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म यूज करनी है। She had won the first prize. I had not informed anyone. In passive voice, you have to change had plus been plus V3. The first prize had been won by her. Anyone had not been informed by me. Okay, next is future indefinite tense. Future indefinite tense में active voice में you have to use will, shall plus V1. We shall give you a good news. He will not play kabaddi. In passive voice, will, shall plus be plus V3. A good news will be given. Kabaddi will not be played by him. Future perfect tense. Next is future perfect tense. In active voice, we have to use will, shall plus have plus V3. Will they have selected the hockey team by tomorrow? They will have finished the work in the morning. In passive voice, will, shall plus have been plus V3. परफेक्ट के लिए जैसे मैंने कंटिन्यूअस में आपको बताया, फॉर कंटिन्यूअस यू हैव टू यूज द वर्ड बीइंग, और परफेक्ट के लिए यू ऑलवेज यूज द वर्ड बीन। बीन क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे परफेक्ट में हमेशा थर्ड फॉर्म यूज होती है ना। तो बी वॉज बीन, और बीन क्या है, थर्ड फॉर्म है वो किसकी, बी की, इसलिए यू हैव टू यूज ऑलवेज व्हाट, बीन फॉर परफेक्ट टेंस, एनी परफेक्ट टेंस फॉर प्रेजेंट, पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर। Will the hockey team have been selected by tomorrow? The work have been finished by them in the mornings. So next is modal tenses. While changing modal tenses, could, shall, would, may, might, must, has to, have to, will, should and had to, the verb is changed to the third form and be is added before a verb. Examples: he should deliver a speech. So it is active voice. A speech, अब यहाँ पे speech क्या था, वहाँ पर object, अब यहाँ पर as a subject work कर रहा है। A speech should be delivered by him. तो modal के साथ हमेशा क्या यूज करेंगे, be का यूज करेंगे, be का यूज करेंगे when you are making passive voice. Looking at the following sentences, she has been reading a novel for half an hour. I had been watching a film since 2 p.m. They will be playing football on Monday. These are the sentences of present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future continuous respectively. The sentences of these sentences are not changed into passive voice. They are always used in the active voice. So आपने देखा कैसे मॉडल के साथ यूज कर रहे हैं हम, है ना, और इस तरह से इनको अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करनी है और कीप प्रैक्टिस करनी है और सेंटेंसेस को बनाना है बेटा, क्योंकि जब तक आप इंग्लिश के अंदर सेंटेंसेस को बनाकर प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे, अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे रिटर्न में, वर्बली, तब तक आपको ये चीज़ें यूज टू नहीं होंगी। और इसलिए आप इनको यूज टू करने के लिए हमेशा इनको यूज़ करते रहना है और चैप्टर को तो थोरली रीड आउट करना ही करना है। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग स्टूडेंट्स।